Hello, church family. Today we are in 1 Samuel 2. At the end of chapter 1, Hannah has just dedicated her only son Samuel to the Lord, giving Samuel fully to God and leaving her son that she had asked God for in Shiloh to serve God. Hannah then begins praying at the opening of chapter 2. But instead of her prayer being about Samuel, it is all about God, his character, and ultimately how God will act throughout the book of Samuel. You can almost use Hannah's prayer as an outline for the book of Samuel. Then we read about the priest Eli and his worthless sons. They had no fear of the Lord, taking the fat portions of the offerings, which were specifically for the Lord alone, and eating them for themselves. This is a bad situation. The priests of the Lord are actively sinning against the Lord in the temple. We see how God must punish sin. God tells Eli that both of his sons will die on the same day, and his household and lineage will perish. Only one of all his descendants will be spared. This teaches us of the devastating effects of our sin, but we're not left without hope. In verse 35 it says, "And I will raise up for myself a faithful priest, who shall do according to what is in my heart and in my mind. And I will build him a sure house, and he shall go in and out before my anointed forever." This is pointing to Jesus. Yes, David will come into the story in a few chapters, and he will be a man after God's own heart. But David also will sin. So ultimately, this verse points us to Jesus, our great and perfect high priest, who went to the cross for us, sacrificed himself in our place, took on our sin and God's just wrath toward our sin, so that we might be forgiven and brought into God's family. Hebrews 7:23 through 25 says, "The former priests were many in number, because they were prevented by death from continuing in office. But he holds his priesthood permanently, because he continues forever. Consequently, he is able to save to the uttermost those who draw near to God through him, since he always lives to make intercession for them." Today, I pray that we can reflect on these truths and praise Jesus, who is our great high priest. Hope you have a great day.